welcome to Jamie deRoy and Friends. We have a very exciting show for you today. Broadway, off-Broadway, cabaret. There's never a dull moment in New York City. So to start us off, Manhattan Theatre Club's premiere production of The Nap. It's written by Olivier nominee Richard Bean, who gave us One Man, Two Governors just a couple seasons back. The Nap is directed by Tony Award winner Daniel Sullivan. Featured in the cast are Alexandra Billings, John Ellison Conley, and Joanna Day, among others. The Nap promises to be a hoot in the theater. It plays at the Samuel J. Friedman through November 11th.
What's the attraction with this one, Stella?
He passed my driving test. Didn't you, love?
Oh, eh? You're a driving test examiner and you passed her.
No, he'll take your driving test for you.
Oh.
If you can't drive yourself.
He's taken over 400 driving tests.
And I've passed nearly 200.
So is it toss of the coin whether you'll pass or not?
Yeah, depending on whether you're sober.
I find that a good drink calms me hand on the wheel.
Should always drive with two hands.
One hand for the can, one hand for the car.
Yeah.
I don't charge a fella if I fails.
Oh, I have a handicap parking permit for you here, Bobby. You want it? £20.
Is it fake?
You're not disabled and I'm not the mayor of Sheffield, so what do you think?
Sorry about this.
No, I want to get to know your family.
Who's it copied of?
Man,
The fuck have they given you an handicap parking permit for?
my depression.
Well, I'm depressed, but I can still park a fucking car.
Dylan,
Waxy.
aren't we all lucky to have this child effigy in our midst? Come here. You beat Wings along. I knew you could. This is the beginning of the beginning. In the future, this day will be the past. The day you flowered, because that's what you've done. Dylan, you flowered like a caterpillar. Bobby Sporks.
You're right, Waxy.
Nothing wrong with me, although I do have a peanut analogy. How are you?
Dunno. I never think about it.
How's your terminal colon cancer?
I don't have terminal colon cancer.
Stella told me you had terminal colon cancer and 3 months to live.
Yeah, well, that explains the get well soon card.
What'd you do with the card?
I put it in the bin.
That wasn't very nice.
What do you want me
Well,
to do
all
with it?
that matters is that you're better.
Well, I would never fucking
Well,
ill.
good,
so I-
because terminal colon cancer can be very nasty.
Tony Dunley here.
Felicity Bush.
Oh, Felicity, right, hi.
Everyone calls me Waxy. Waxy Bush. They think it's funny.
Well, you don't seem to mind.
Well, when God gives you only lemons, make marmalade. There have been some famous bushes. We've had 2 in the White House. One more and we've got a shrubbery. Don't lie to me, Dylan. This isn't easy for you. You're different.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
What's your sexual preference?
Really?
You can tell me.
From behind.
I meant men or women.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, girls.
Have you ever been in love? Do you understand its power?
Words confused me as a kid. Love seemed to mean hate, and home was fucking hell. They were trying to kill each other every night. He poured a kettle of boiling water over her in the bath, so she nailed him to the floor by his ball sack.
Now, how's your mum gonna nail a grown man's ball sack to the bathroom floor without a little moral support?
It was you. Why aren't you two together then?
I've always known that I was a woman.
Anyone who puts themselves through what you've put yourself through deserves to be happy.
I wanted to be an attractive young woman. I became a woman just in time for a hysterectomy.
Over at the Brooks Atkinson Theater, Waitress continues to bring in the crowds. Music and lyrics by Sarah Bareilles, book by Jesse Nelson, choreography by Lauren Lautaro, and directed by Tony Award winner Diane Paulus. Al Roker guest stars from October 5th through November 11th, and Nicolette Robinson plays the lead through October 28th.
Keep racing, let's make mistakes when I say so. Can make worse what is already pretty bad. This secret is safe, no reason to throw it away. When there's love to be had, won't be tired as I tell myself. You might make sense and make good what has been so bad. Let's see this through. It's a pretty good bet on tea. Me and
Over at Studio 54 is The Lifespan of a Fact. It's directed by Lee Silverman and has a stellar cast led by none other than Daniel Radcliffe, with Emmy Award winner Bobby Cannavale and Tony Award winner Cherry Jones. Over at Signature Theater through October 28th only, the New Group presents the premiere of Char White's The True, and it stars Edie Falco, Michael McKean, and Peter Scolari. Here's a look.
I'm gonna get him a whiskey.
Get him a whiskey.
On the rocks?
Peter, please. So then what happened to your father?
Oh, he was a Republican.
A what?
Wait, so your father died of Republican?
Show some respect, Peter.
No, he ran off when I was a little baby. But you see, I guess our committeeman must have had the household marked down as Republican. So that's why there wasn't any assistance for my mother when she was alive, I guess.
That is not the way it should work, Bill.
That's the way
No.
it is.
The committeeman's responsible for every single person in his district, every single one. Republican, whatever, communist. Maybe not communist, fuck the communist. Bill, this is how it all works, okay?
Okay.
As a committeeman, you are the backbone of the party, okay?
Thank you.
The assistance your aunt got, that your mother should have got. Now, the people in a committeeman's district, he knows their names. He knows their children's names. Committeeman is responsible for bringing in the voters in his district, and he makes sure those voters are Democrats. And we should give up. So should I. I should just step back from all this. Let the young blood take over. But every time I think that, I say to myself, where is it? Where's the young blood? Who's gonna bleed for us? You spend so much time, keeping people organized and civilized, in pursuit of ideals, just to see everything crumble. People just turn on each other like animals. Happens that fast, Peter. And the stories you read about New York City, whole blocks burning in the Bronx, neighbor robbing neighbor, worse. Sometimes I worry that our lives, like we were just lucky enough to have lived them in these little light-filled bubbles of good. Dark ages before, dark ages after.
Depression, World War, Korea, Vietnam.
The birth of a class of people, Peter, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know, was that it? Was Vietnam it? Or are we just, like you and me and I don't know, even Howie Nolan, are like we the parts of the body that don't know it's dead yet? Maybe just going through the motions while night closes in, like eating, drinking, fighting.
Molly, Jesus.
Sorry.
Everybody thinks they're the last generation, everybody.
Well, one day there really will be a last one. Then what?
Over at the Irish Art Center are two companion plays written and performed by Mikel Murphy, I Hear You and Rejoice, and The Man in the Woman's Shoes. Presented in Rep, these shows run through October 21st. Also through October 21st, Primary Stages presents Final Follies, A.R. Gurney's last plays. They're 3 one-acts. They play down at the Cherry Lane Theater. It's directed by David Saint. We lost A.R. Gurney last summer, and it was so sad. He was a staple of Off-Broadway and a dear pal. Final Follies stars Greg Malavy, Deborah Rush, and Colin Hanlon, among others. At St. Anne's Warehouse in Dumbo through November 11th is the 1943 classic Oklahoma. Music and lyrics by Rodgers and Hammerstein. The original choreography is Agnes DeMille. It is directed by Daniel Fish. The choreography is by John Higginbotham, and it stars Rebecca Naomi Jones, Mary Testa, Patrick Vale, and Damon Downo. Here's a look at the 75th anniversary production of Oklahoma. One of the biggest surprises of this season is Fiddler on the Roof in Yiddish, presented by the National Theater of Folksbiene down at the Museum of Jewish Heritage. It is a delight. It has been extended a second time now through November 18th. It's directed by Oscar and Tony Award winner Joel Grey. We urge you not to miss it, and if you don't understand Yiddish, not to worry. They have subtitles, but we don't think you're going to need it at all. At the Duke Theater through October 6th only is Jonathan Payne's The Revolving Cycles Truly and Steadily Rolled. It's directed by Awawi Timpo.
Who started it?
He did! It wasn't me, man. I was pushed.
She started it, you fucking know. She fucking fouled me. Toddy,
Hey, whoa, 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 that's it. Okay, game's over. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Everybody home. We are officially done for the day. What's the matter with you guys? For what? For what? I got a headache. Let's go. Everybody, home. Let's go. You know how wrong that is.
Yo, that shit was funny as hell. Bring it up. Bring it up. You got that deep ass bass for an old dude.
You can leave too.
Well, I need to be ballin', Teach.
What?
You put this up?
Yes, I did. But, do I know you?
Oh, ain't a nigga up in the oblong don't know me, bro.
But have I taught you?
Yo, look, I'm trying to find out about T.
All right, I'll get you a chair. We'll sit.
Put it on?
Face up.
Okay, you just all business. This your work, little man? Who's the man in this?
My dad. My real dad. He cleans schools and stuff.
What's them orange things on it?
That's just fire. He got robbed and some men lit him on fire.
What the fuck? I did. What's all this hemming and hawing going on down there?
She tells stories.
Your foster mom?
Mm-hmm.
Contact!
She acts. She can be real nice, but she's mean.
You hear me calling you? Dante! She beat you? Dante! What about Terrell? What she do to him?
Now for our cabaret roundup. At Feinstein's 54 Below is Kate Baldwin, fresh from her stint in Hello, Dolly. She's been in so many wonderful Broadway shows, and what a great performer she is. She'll be at the club on October 16th, 18th, 19th, and 30th. On Monday, October 22nd, with 2 shows, The Me Nobody Knows in concert. This musical was written by Gary William Friedman and Will Holt. Tony Award winner Lindsay Mendez, who just won for her performance in Carousel, will bring her show to the club the 21st, the 27th, and the 29th. From October 23rd through the 25th is Lorna Luft. Her show's entitled From Ellen Back, and you'll see why when you go. She's had quite a year, and she's quite the performer. Here is Lorna Luft.
I've never sung this song, ever. And I've never sung it because, not because it was too hard for me emotionally, but because I always felt that you can't improve on perfection. But I thought to myself, if I'm ever going to sing this, now is the time. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the somewhere over the rainbow. There's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do
Birdland on Saturday, October 6th, is Jay Lenhart, one of our favorite singing bass players. He's accompanied on the piano by none other than Kenny Asher. From October 2 through the 6th is Dee Dee Bridgewater with Theo Crocker Quintet. From The Tonight Show with Jay Leno is Kevin Eubanks. He brings his show to the club from October 9th through the 13th. At the Birdland Theater on October 8th and 9th is Randy Roberts, female personator extraordinaire. He does Bette Midler and Cher and a slew of characters. You're just gonna love him. On Sunday, October 14th, down at Birdland Theater, Jamie deRoy and Friends does another benefit concert for the Actors Fund. In the cast are Allison Blackwell from Pretty Woman, Gretchen Cryer and Nancy Ford from I'm Getting My Act Together, from Jersey Boys, Donnie Kerr, Comedy Central's Stephen Scott, and from Ruthless, Joan Ryan. Over at Green Room 42 in the Yotel, on October 19th is Spencer Day, bringing his show to the club once again. On October 20th, at 9:30 is Can We, starring Robert H. Fowler and Tanya Holt. On the early show on October 20th is Vivian Reed singing Lena Horne. Jeff McCauley reprises his show once again at Pangea. It's called Where Did the Gentleman Go? Jeff will be there on October 3rd, November 13th, and December 7th. Multi-award winner Sidney Meyer brings his show back to Pangea on Monday, October 15th and Sunday, the 21st. Now for some highlights from Don't Tell Mama on Restaurant Row. Kendra Cunningham continues her popular series on October 25th, November 29th, and December 13th. It's Alan J. Lerner's centennial year, and Richard Holbrook celebrates it at Don't Tell Mama with It's Time for a Love Song on Mondays, October 1st, 8th, and 15th. At Cafe Carlisle from Tuesday, October 16th through Saturday the 20th is Rita Wilson with liner notes. She's back at the club. She's always a joy. At Carnegie Hall on October 19th, it's Rollover Beethoven. It's under the direction of Stephen Reinecke, and it is with special guest Frankie Marino, who has been the Entertainer of the Year in Las Vegas for 3 years running. To close our show, I had the distinguished pleasure of being at Anastasia when Liz Callaway, who is the original singing voice of the animated version of Anastasia, and Christy Altomar, who is starring in Anastasia now, premiered a single that they recorded together of Journey to the Past. Here's a look.
Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here. People always say life is full of choices. No one ever mentions fear or how the world can seem so vast on a journey to the past. Somewhere down this road, I know someone's waiting. Years of dreams just can't be wrong. Arms will open wide. I'll be safe and wanted. Finally home where I belong. Well, starting now, I'm learning fast on this journey to the past. then another. Who knows where this road may go? Back to who I was, on to find my future, things my heart